Okay, guys, here we go. I've got another one for you here. And this one, a bit of a departure from what I've been looking for as of late. A lot of you guys have been watching my videos. No, I have been searching for rare and interesting Seiko watches. But this is kind of a special mission. I had lost my beloved Casio G-Shock a while back, and I've been on the hunt. And on one of my most recent trips, I came across this model here, the Casio G-Shock GWS56001JF. Well, there you can see a pile of failed resin straps, and that is precisely why we're looking at this one here today. On the left, you can see what I do have there is one of the DW 5600s, the classic DW 5600 as a comparison. But on the right is the Japan model GWS56001JF. Now, really the key thing here for me when I got a look at this was carbon fiber. You know, carbon fiber is usually something reserved for these big monsters here, these very high-end Casio G-Shocks, which I did get a chance to look at the Watch Expo. These things are super expensive for Casio, by the way. They're over $1,000 US. These are the Black Gold Master Series. They've got all kinds of stuff going on, including carbon fiber and sapphire crystal, titanium, you name it. It's a bunch of stuff in addition to a ton of sensors and features. But I am personally a huge fan of the old school retro, the original case design of the 5600 case. And that's really why I wanted to try and get this high-end combination of materials that make the durability and the strength of this strap go longer. I wanted some longevity because I really do like having a Casio in the arsenal. Now, guys, if you are into a huge, really deep dive into this is a 3159 Casio module. There are a ton of great videos out there. I mean, I'll do a quick run through here. It does have the multiband 6, the Wave Ceptor multiband 6 atomic time, so the US, Europe, Japan, and China will pick it up. It's obviously shock resistant, solar powered. It's a tough solar watch. It is 200-meter water resistant, 48 city world timer. It's got a 24-hour stopwatch, 24-hour countdown, 5 alarms, you name it. There's an indicator for the battery, and also it has power saving. But for me, the big deal here was getting this combination of technology and the material of that band. And I definitely got it at a decent price, but I got to be honest with you here. For a Casio, it's pretty pricey. You got it around $200 US. That's a lot, especially when you consider that the watch that I'm comparing it to, the DW5600, that's only $40 here in the States. So keep that in mind. You really have to be kind of interested in all of the features of the 3159 module and the addition of this really interesting carbon fiber version. And obviously the one that's $40 doesn't have half of the technology, and it's very basic, but it still is a terrific watch. And you can see there are some other material factors in here too that I will talk about. But what's really interesting about it also is how light this thing is. It is only 47 grams. I played tennis with this thing. Now you can see it's actually where I am filming this little overview. The profile on it, even though it's the same kind of basic concept of the mold, the iconic mold of this case, the original design, it is a little smaller in profile. So if you're a smaller wrist guy, you're in the lower category, going below 7 inches, maybe even 6.5, this will still look terrific on your wrist. It's about 43 millimeters by 12 and change millimeters tall on the wrist. You'll see some shots of me wearing it up ahead here again, so don't worry. You get a sense of it on the wrist. But the other critical thing, as I said, it's very light. The reason for that isn't just the carbon fiber and the resin, obviously. It's also got titanium alloy construction on the case back, the buttons on the side, the buttons that you depress on the side to change the modes and use the watch also are constructed out of titanium. And it really does feel good on the wrist. I have to tell you, as compared to the stainless steel, the feeling of this machined and brushed titanium on the wrist is much nicer, a much lower profile, smoother on the wrist. It doesn't stick to your wrist. It's Doesn't really slide around. It's very good. I mean, this thing felt like wearing nothing when I was playing tennis. It was like I had a sweatband on my wrist made of cotton. You know, it was just absolutely like nothing. There you can see, actually, it turned on and went into receiving mode for the radio control right while I was filming that shot. Another thing, too, the electro-luminescent backlight is excellent, very good. I did actually notice that the other GW5600 actually was a little bit brighter, believe it or not. But this one is, in fact, drawing directly from the tough solar cell when it lights up the watch. It does have a power-saving feature, so if you leave this watch on the table or in the box, or you go away from it for a while, the screen will shut itself off until you pick it up again. And I think that's another really super feature. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this one? I think it's a kind of an interesting version of this really classic retro style. You can see it here again on the wrist. If you've got a smaller wrist, for me personally, at my 7¼ inch wrist, this is a sweet spot size for me. I really also like the fact that the strap doesn't narrow way down by the buckle. It stays at about 20 millimeters all the way through because it's got carbon fiber in it. And that actually is better, in my opinion, in terms of the look of it, personally. And it is a little more narrow at the top. The overall case size is a little bit just slightly different, a little slightly smaller, but I still think it is an excellent size. If you're 7, 7¼ 6½, this is a super size. Some of you guys who are into the much larger, really monster size stuff, I get it, you know, the Mudman, those types of watches, this is a little bit different. But for me personally, I really love the retro style. I think that the modern technology and the modern materials with this retro configuration is a really interesting version of this absolute classic, iconic Casio G-Shock. Guys, what do you think of this one? Do you have Casio in your collection? I know a lot of friends of mine, a lot of guys, some of them with super high-end pieces. All of these guys almost always have some form of a Casio G-Shock that they can count on in a situation where they're going and they don't want to worry about a stainless steel or diving watch or anything like that. They want an absolute beater. And this is sort of the best of both worlds. It's got all the technology, all the things you might be looking for, and super durable factor of having carbon fiber in that strap. Guys, get a close look. Tell me what you think. I appreciate you watching. Don't worry, I've got a lot more interesting stuff coming out, and there will be some Seiko very soon. I've got 3 really interesting models that I got a look at the most recent Watch Expo in Asia. So there will be some really cool stuff coming up. Anyway, guys, thanks for looking. Definitely check out my other stuff if you haven't seen it. This is my first Casio on the channel, but I will have a lot more stuff coming up very soon. Definitely leave a comment. Definitely would appreciate a like, and totally subscribe because more stuff is coming out very soon. Guys, thanks again, and I will talk to you soon.